What about now? Okay, weird. Yeah, I actually do have an Ethernet cable running into this room now, so I could plug Ethernet in if it was really a problem with that. I feel like it might be like a bitrate thing more than anything else. I guess just tell me if it gets bad again. Alright, I want to try it. You can do it, Sam. I believe in you. Can't really see very well in this storm is the problem, you know? Visibility 0. I haven't gotten struck by lightning, which is, you know, really all you can ask for sometimes. This was my brilliant plan. I thought it would be easier to cross if I did this, but I don't think that was the case. I just looked at the structure out here and I was like, oh yeah, I can just cross using this. Here it is, you know? Easy clap. But, you know what? Not so shrimple. I think. Yo, Dark Souls reference. Well, you know, this is Death Stranding. You can just play this way if you want. Nothing stopping you. Hey, you know, GMC raid. Hello, GMC and raiders. Welcome to Peak. You can see I'm greatly enjoying my Death Stranding 2 experience right now. By which I mean I'm getting caught in a sandstorm. I just jump down? Yes. Answer to that was yes, I can. Alright, we're in business. We made it across without fighting the goobers.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
There's no risk. Let's go! Max settings. This is on PS5, Shiro. What do you mean max settings? I'm on console. No graphics option. Really. Always frame rate or get frame rate slash. When is it on PC? I don't know. Someday. I'm not waiting for it to come on PC. I'm also not interested in spending like $5,000 on a computer that can run this at max. America right now. It's expensive. I have a house. Like I'd rather spend my money on improving my house. I don't wanna buy a new PC for like the 5 games I care about running at max settings when all I do is play old games on it anyway. And I think you were supposed to learn how to fight enemies in this mission, but I just walked around them. So if I have to do a fight, it's gonna go badly for me, maybe. I literally just walked around the combat encounter. The game didn't stop me. Dude, you can use Strand Twitter.
Process your orders and requests.
Dorothy is everywhere. Got the camera ready.
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the Chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes?
Wow, I got an S
I
rank.
knew I could count on you to get the goods to us in perfect condition. Definitely the right man for the job. We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in. It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The Cairo gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Alright, well this is basically just more Death Stranding right now. There's just more Death Stranding, but I had fewer abilities. And I don't have a baby strapped to me. Guess we gotta wait for the story to cook a little bit, you know?
Network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection. Now displaying your current order grade.
Am I enjoying? I mean, I really liked Death Stranding 1, so...
Porter grade increased.
Game looks really nice. Comfy. No, it's what I wanted. It's just like, it's kind of back to the tutorial stuff, you know? They're kind of like have to re-tutorialize you. You can
And now we can begin
do new
fabricating
stuff.
the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've
Classic
been dealing
sequel,
with
you
our
know.
dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room.
There's no
for your
VTubers in this
exclusive use.
game, you know, it's pretty
There
great.
are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again.
Oh wow. A lot more dialogue.
Our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope. As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in.
I remember when I threw a nuke into a
We
tar
took it too
pit.
far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT
times.
area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, gyro contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right. Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Look, I'm so sandy. Look at the realistic sand. Delivery Simulator 2, that's right. Right, baby. I just delivered some stuff to Mexico and I'm loving every second. Better than Uni 2. Better than FF14.
Please relax and enjoy your stay.
Peak. Look, you can look at Norman Reedus's feet. Holy shit. I have no choice but to use the toilet. That is a nice foot. Yeah, I'm telling you. Him is insane mocap. Back on the beach? Death Stranding 2 on the beach? Wonka. Giant feet! I guess this is a feet game. What's that scar?
Lou.
Are you alright?
I forget the exact
If you're worried about
explanation.
Lou, don't be. I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
I thought she was wrinkled from neck down.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was.
Yeah, they are. You missed the intro cutscene because you were late, but I think the intro cutscene was all in the engine and it was like amazing.
Trust me. Just focus on the road.
I was like completely blown.
Yeah.
Game has like no loading times either. I've not seen a single loading. Which is kind of insane.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time.
What's my GPU? My guy, this is a PS5 exclusive. I think I'm playing this on a 5090 or something. Dude, it used to be Monster Energy. Yeah, this is whatever the PS5 has. I'm not even on a PS5 Pro. Game also supports the PS5 Pro. When I got a PS4, the Pro was already out, so I got a PS4 Pro, but I haven't upgraded the PS5.
Made available for use.
I don't know my blood type. I'm not Japanese. Spend money? Okay. Comparable to a 3070. Well, that's what I have on my... what I have on my... You have a 3080. But I also have to code. I think this game is just correctly optimized. I think this game is just very well made, very well optimized. So is Death Stranding 1 in my opinion. I mean, this is what happens when you give Kojima enough time to make a game properly. Yo. Very nice. Wear the hat.
Departing facility. New order available. Please review and confirm.
Yeah, game of the year, am I right?
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest?
Everyone
We're already
was
making
like
progress in addressing the corpse
using
disposal
and like
situation.
not interested when I talked about how
Once again,
good this
thank you for
game
that.
looked in the trailers. It
If
looked
you access
really,
the
really
delivery
good,
terminal, you'll find
like
that you can
visually.
fabricate equipment for yourself now,
Showed some
too.
insane
We
visuals.
have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS.
Please select an item
Change the UI for this.
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the chiral network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there
Basically
too.
exactly the same as Death Stranding 1
If you
here.
like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to other people. With a moment's generosity, you can make another porter's day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey to Villa Libre? Take your time to finalize your route.
Alright, let's plan a route, chat. We have river. If I cross it... Oh. Crossing it seems like kind of a bad idea. Too much reason to cross the river. But on the other hand, bandits in this area, so probably I want to
Commencing route creation.
probably I want to do something. I sort of like cut across there. Then
Delivering.
they give me a really high risk level for this one. I don't know.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done. Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't weigh you down and wear you out when combined with your cargo. Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery, and you're in for a world of hurt.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is in order, head out.
Nice. I'm ready.
Order accepted. Thank you.
So I've got some heavy cargo. Wait, hold on. I don't know what this sign means, but you know what? You get some likes. We're all in this together.
Detected nearby.
Almost toppled over.
Not liking if I see VTuber stuff.
support you. That's the spirit.
Alright, it's raining. I'll trust my route and hope for the best. About as direct a route as I dare take, to be honest. No.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
It was fucking beautiful.
Warning. Flight risk elevated.
What the fuck? They're simulating water levels rising? Make the rivers less safe? That's insane. I don't know if I've ever seen a game do that. Yes, Blazin, the delivery missions have started. They're gonna keep going too. This is the gameplay. Like, please understand. This is the video game. We're either watching movies or we're doing this. Either the game's a movie or... where you're walking and delivering stuff. And I like this, actually. Fun.
Definitely not alone.
How did they saw me? I don't see another person anywhere. Yeah, I get I'm in the bandit territory, but like, how did anyone see me? Oh. I guess they could see me from there, huh? Probably. Dude. Honka steer. Holy shit. Run. Those enemies feel a lot like the regular enemies.
Skin on my teeth. Close one.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route final.
Hello, sheep. Here for peak.
Warning. Analysis confirms that these hostile life forms are chiral creatures.
I'm walking.
Whoa. Whoa. That was close.
What is this rope? I guess you can get down or up, actually. Is this more river? I think I had to cross any more. Did my stream die again? Hold. They're doing the funny leg. So. Think we're good. Kind of hard to see this river on the mini map here. But it look like a river. Oh, I guess it's only a river because it's raining, right? Okay, I'm gonna just... Why my stream crashed? It's back now. My stream crashed because I'm not sitting 10 feet from my router, 5 feet from my router, plugged into it on Ethernet. I'm sitting on the opposite end of my house where my big TV is. This game is so peak, I need to play it on my big screen TV. Did good so far? Yeah, there was the first like cutscene bit was like it was like a classic Kojima moment where it was like, will you do this for me, Sam? And then I picked no and it made me repeat the cutscene. And then when I tried to pick no again, it baited me into thinking I was gonna have to play the tutorial walking bit again. I lost my shit completely. Goated. I made it past the rain. Go. Yeah, it was really something. classic Kojima, for real, for real. Where is the baby? Okay, so the story, you know, people didn't remember this, so, you know.
Nope, I'm not feeling the
The end of Death Stranding 1, you take the baby out of the pod. You take the baby out of the pod and you save it. You're supposed to dispose of it because it's like already dead, and you take it out and you give it CPR and you save it.
Nothing in the tank.
So now the baby is out and lives with Sam, but he left the baby with he left the baby with what's her face? Her, if you remember her. You know who she is. Character from. So yeah, that's basically the story so far. That because he stole the government, same as in PT. I don't know. Played by Norman Reedus. I don't know if that's the guy from PT. I've never seen The Walking Dead or played PT. My Norman Reedus experience is Death Stranding, I'm afraid. Not much of a horror game, Andy. I really played horror game. PT was never something I was like super excited to check out or stuff. Arachnophobia mod in Minecraft. Ash. I see.
You are Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo. This is practically flawless. Mil gracias.
Oh, you're playing the second best game, abbreviated ds2?
I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling you wouldn't let me down. Time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and make
Oh,
us up.
interesting. None of those games keep long and busy. Been hiding on Discord a lot too. Very sus good. Always hiding. Whoa.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure
I will
feed into
say,
that
I'm
bandwidth.
pretty
But there should be
sure
more
the
than
game
enough to
made me
support
sit
anything you
through a
build.
lot more
Within
cutscene
reason, that
stuff
is.
before I had this
There's
much.
one other problem
It's actually
we've been
kind of
dealing
like,
with
it's
lately,
getting to the
though.
gameplay parts
It's
of
not a
the game
critical issue,
faster.
so I've posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your ring terminal. The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly. The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back. Too many bandits in these parts. Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves. But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. Had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls are struggling with all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units. I'm not sure. I should have
Pokemon
given
trainer,
birth to
that's
my
what Pete...
child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane. But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday. Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed away during a massive flood. The water carried it into bandit territory, so we're in no position to reclaim it ourselves. I know this isn't the sort of thing a porter like you normally does, but if you're willing and able, please, check the aid request. All of the relevant details should be available for review.
One of my
on that
siblings
green
really
terminal
liked
you're
PT,
wearing.
I know, but I
You can
just
use
like...
it to confirm the cargo's location.
I guess we're not all big horror gamers like
If
she...
your travels happen to
Master
take you
horror
out that
gamer.
way, we'd really
He was
appreciate
around
it.
during the webcam era of horror.
A new order has just come through
Sure.
for you. Looks like the residents of the
Gonna be talking
C1
about
South
Slender and
Distribution
FNAF
Center
now.
need you to
FNAF
recover
lore.
some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, access the delivery terminal here to get underway. I'll share additional info with you as soon as you do so.
I have to go fight the bandits. Can't avoid it. Oh, my browser crashed? That's weird. Firefox crashed. Hopefully my stream doesn't crash. Surely. Can't see chat though. Kind of bad. I heckin' love. Okay, weird. That seems fine. Firefox will like do this thing where it's like it won't
Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know.
it
The
like
order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base.
it'll just be like
The
you
base
just
is
need to
located in
restart
some
Firefox every
overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation and improve your odds of getting the
Yeah,
job done
kind of.
quietly. But that's not all, of course. Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps through this area. Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best of luck to you out there.
Yeah, you know. Wild. Spider Hill. Speaking of arachnophobia mod, holy. Yeah, see, like when it rains, these rivers like flood and stuff. Very cool. Okay.
Commencing route creation.
I mean, can I just go up the... I just climb the mountain? Maybe I'll just climb the mountain, you know? I'm a Celeste player. I think it's a bad idea, but... Up the mountain. Stuff, and then over here and you get the things. Easy. Then leave. Right, easy clap. Yeah, there's only a little bit of danger on the route. Nice.
Delivery route finalized.
Yeah, I actually really like the route plan. I think it's dope as hell. Like, yeah, all you're really doing technically is walking. But walking but good. Walking but the walking is fun. Interesting. Play a video game. Yeah, this mission is nice because most of the climbing I'm doing, I think I have cargo for. Gonna be out there. Yeah, I'm going up Spider Hill. course. Yeah. I really vibe with like the sense of I really vibe with the sense of like, you know, everything being open and the way the
Come on,
environments
Sammy
look
boy.
and stuff. And I see this path over here. Bit. If I construct, I don't know where to construct my watchtower. How near is near? Like I kind of wanna use it like closer to the. Yeah, because like all this area is inside my network. I can go up the hill and then build. All right, Spider Hill. Let's do it. The worst that could happen. What are you gonna do? Spider me? That bad apple emote is peak, by the way. Thing.
Oh, whoa. Dude.
Walk through the spider woods. What's the worst that could happen? The light filtering through the trees. I just like games like this just are so nice to me. Yeah, I'm just like feels so good to just like use myself in the environments. Right, that's gonna add to my weight a little bit. Hey, was that area supposed to be dangerous? What are these? Just like steep climbing. I don't see any enemies. Like, which is like what I was worried about. I'm not really worried about climbing. You know. I'm a mountain climber. I've played Celeste. Actually. Spent some hours playing Celeste before. Some of you may have even watched me. Oh. Okay, this seems a little dangerous, isn't it? Steep. You know, you have to climb up some steep mountains to see the peak sometimes. And this game is peak. If you don't disagree, then if you disagree, then you are washed. Not peak. Cringe.
Feeling good.
Did it. The goat. Where am I now? Coming up on... Oh. Hello? How did I get over here? What the fuck? Oh, I didn't take the path. I just went up the mountain. Okay. Looked like a path to me. I don't know. Am I crazy? Sure looks like a path to me.
Please give it your all.
Time to shine, Sam.
Hey! Hey you, hey you.
Okay, hold on. Is it time? Can I do it? Empty, damn. And piss. Fun. Really nice for leaving this rope though.
Came in handy.
Not sure I needed this, but it was nice to have it here. Sure. Made that situation 0 danger instead of...
Not bad.
Okay. I think here is where I want to put the watchtower. You know, if this whole area is steep slopes, it's gonna be kind of hard to find a spot to put. Like, maybe I'm crazy, but like you gotta let me put it somewhere.
I will always support you.
Wait, here, hold on. Hold on. Was it? Oh, it's because there's a structure here.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
You can hide in it like Solid Snake.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
All right, that box is someone else's problem.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
Construction process now complete.
See. Very interesting. Okay.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Dude, it's like sunny outside. I just heard like a big clap of thunder. What the fuck is going on? Getting a thunderstorm? Random thunder in the vicinity? Oh, we're just getting a random pop-up thunderstorm. Okay, well, if I lose power, I'm going offline. Sorry. Hope it doesn't happen.
Someone's out there.
We're gonna have to fight some goobers here, I think. Hacker Tesh. They got these guys stuff. Bring their shit back to them. Try doing that. That'd be nice, right? Friendly. -2 goobers. Yeah, I don't know about this now. I don't have any games I've been like planning on. Yeah, bro. A little strange. Okay. Stop! I'm trying to charge my fucking... Dude, they're just beating the shit out of me. I think we're good. Where's the other thing? Here. Okay. Bro. I forgot how much this game does this. Okay, so now my plan is...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I can get up the mountain. Knocked out 5 goobers, not a bad day in the office, you know. How do I turn on the light again? Oh wait, fuck. That's a difficult bit to get around, isn't it? I'm going around. Jungle area. Comfy. You know what? I will say, just as someone who's played the Horizon games and this, it sure is nice to run through a jungle without being stalked by invisible. Underrated feature of this game is that you can exist in a jungle without being shot by. I'm like traumatized forever by the stalkers and Horizon. There we go. You cat jammers.
close.
Dude, the sun is like directly in my face here. I shift my weight, sit up. I don't know, it's more Death Stranding.
Everything you ever want is here. Giving up, another one too dear.
Kojima's got great music taste on.
Come on, what you got? Let's do this.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Come on.
Hey, you can go walk in a ditch in this game. Think about it. You can simulate Entourage as walking. Eek.
Hola, you're Sam, right? I assume you're here to drop off that stolen cargo of ours? With those chiral density gauges in our possession, we'll be able to determine where BTs are likely to appear in the future. So, let's get a look at those containers and see
I don't
what we
know, I
can
haven't seen her. It's just a peaceful walking game. Shoot some goobers, deliver some things.
Keep going. You sure
Into
know
some
how to
music,
get
I don't
that
know, I'm
cargo.
vibing.
Picked this up while you were out and about, huh? Thanks. We really needed it. I just have to say that you're an absolutely incredible porter. Looks like our chiral density gauges are just about good to go. So, let's see what that Cupid of yours can do.
I don't know anything about those threads. I'm living in blissful ignorance. I don't know. I'm not looking at social media. I haven't really looked at social media much in like 6 months, honestly. I don't think I'm missing much either, to be honest.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It's high time we got on the chiral network. Our BT research should go a hell of a lot faster now. We just shared some data with you that'll let you fabricate blood grenades, a kind of anti-BT weapon, and build time.
And so far, again, they've just given me stuff from Death Stranding 1. I will point out when they give me something that wasn't in Death Stranding 1.
Integrated into our systems. We can resume all distribution center operations and get back to business as usual. A lot of lives are gonna be saved thanks to you.
Oh lord.
This whole area is a chiralium-rich environment, so there's a much higher risk of BTs showing up. We've been coordinating with the research lab nearby, sharing data, etc. All to help develop BT avoidance and elimination solutions. One of the largest void outs ever recorded happened down south, don't forget, giving rise to a massive tar belt. So massive that it completely cut us off from the land beyond. We can't afford to let that kind of tragedy.
I feel like I'm just gonna like do the tutorial and connect Mexico, and then there's gonna be like a giant like Kojima plot moment, and then we're gonna do something very different for the rest of the game. Because like all the trailer stuff they showed was just batshit insane. It was like cultists and Higgs was back, and the Puppet Man. You know, and like people were old at some point. Like there's a lot of shit in the trailers.
Securing a stable supply has been difficult.
And I haven't seen enough like spoiler stuff to know what it all means.
But this weapon
Kind of clueless still.
synthetic blood with all the same anti-BT properties. Derived from samples taken from Doom sufferers.
Tar villain, oh yeah, right.
And despite its artificial nature, it's actually proven to be more potent than the genuine article. So you can think of our new weapon as a more full-blooded version of the hematic grenade it replaces. In any case, we won't need to ask you for your blood ever again, so rest easy. If you want to test it out, we have some training facilities here at the distribution center. Feel free to access the delivery terminal and give them a try. So, you probably think timefall shelters are only good for getting out of the rain, right? Wrong. Our timefall shelters are different, you see. After extensive research and development, we were able to outfit them with a system that disperses a BT repellent fluid. So if you've got one on your tail and it's about to grab you, these shelters are the perfect way out.
Oh, interesting.
Only downside is that the repellent has a limited
That's a new
so make
feature.
sure you don't run low. It has other perks too.
I didn't really use the timefall shelters at all in the first game. I just brought enough container repair stuff that I could just walk through the timefall and it didn't matter.
To see how it works. Researchers at other facilities are also in the process of looking into how various structures might be improved. As you expand chiral network coverage, we'll be able to share information and coordinate our efforts more effectively. And I'm sure we will all make even faster progress as a result. So keep on doing what you do and linking up places for us.
Yeah, like it's a lot like Death Stranding one where we're kind of just like waiting for the first insane Kojima what are you cooking moment to happen.
So you might not want to leave right away. Let's not forget that you just
this is all just standard Death Stranding stuff.
Tell you what, we got a nice private room here that you can use to catch your breath. We'll get started on prepping the cargo for your next run in the meantime.
Reddit says 3 to 4 hours for the whole opening act, so yeah. I think we're getting close. Like, I think we have like probably like a BT stealth section that's forced.
But the research lab might have taken a hit.
And then like
The local chiralium levels
Kumo Headless, Kojima, yep.
Better hurry over there, Sam.
Maybe this is the boss
Head to
fight.
the delivery terminal upstairs and check their order.
Shower time. I want to see like what happens if you stare at his feet. Is there an Easter egg for like staring at his feet for 2? Hit camera, he might. Like crotch cam Easter egg. Kind of restless right now. Want to do anything? Okay. I think there's gonna be like some BT stuff probably, and then the tutorial's more or less over. I feel like this is kind of a more smooth, streamlined tutorial, which I kind of like. It did feel like that Stranding one took a long time to sort of let you play the full game.
The delivery for the research lab is ready for transport, but the chiral density is higher than anticipated. This may be due to the gatequake just now, but we've identified a new BT area in the vicinity of the lab. However, we have no BB pods on hand. I know you've got dooms, but without a pod, you're gonna struggle to determine exactly where the BTs are.
Don't worry. If I can get close enough, I should be able to see them. Seems like my dooms level or whatever went up at some point. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of the rest.
Oh yeah?
There is actually a part where you have to do it without BB in the first game in the area.
The research lab. And we've prepared some weapons that should be effective
Do I still have like the melee kill? Because that was the easiest way to... Like a handcuff weapon or something.
They use an
They probably took that away.
Compounds derived from the blood and bodily fluids of doom sufferers, making them highly effective against BTs. You can practice using them in VR training. If you'd like to try them out, just access the delivery terminal to get started. Your other weapons won't do any damage to BTs. Shoot them all you like. They won't die. Make sure you're well prepared. According to our initial survey, you can expect to encounter gazers in the field. If you make contact with a gazer, then another type of BT, a hunter will emerge from the tar and try to capture you.
They change how BTs work.
You'll come face to face with a massive BT known as a catcher.
Sounds like how they
Ever let a catcher consume you.
Sounds like how they worked in the first game, but maybe it's different. What's funny is it was actually kind of faster to get caught.
So make sure to escape the catcher before that happens. Or use
If you watch Death Stranding 1 speedruns, they just get caught. They just run away from the things that chase you.
Alright, go ahead and
just run through the area.
I'll brief you on the
Like once you get caught once, the things are chasing you the whole time anyway. It doesn't get any worse. You know? Like if you're speedrunning, you already want to get out of the area as fast as possible anyway, and if you get caught, you want to get out as fast as possible. Wow, it actually defeat the BTs.
Alright, Sam. You good to go? The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area. There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, you can use it to escape any BTs that
might be like actual.
And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain and devote your full attention to dealing with any threats. So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC and taking it along with you so you can fabricate a shelter for added peace of mind. You're the only one we can count on. Don't let us down.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
This might take a bit. Alright, surely I won't take like 45 minutes and bait any or stream. 0% chance. Seems like it should be shrimpable. The BTs are as easy to deal with as they were in the first. No, happen. Also, there is an actual day-night cycle. There wasn't one in Death's Door. Never really do anything at night. Everything was basically during the day. That is an actual day-night cycle, and I gotta say, it's kind of nice. I like the way the nighttime environments. Shape.
Intensity, G-scale, 6.
drew myself a path, but the path I drew was bad. Oh fuck. Yeah, it really is just really is just like MGS2, you know? Like, like you can hang off rails with Raiden to increase his endurance type. You can farm Raiden's grip strength. Also, this is gonna be kind of spooky fighting the BTs at night. Monka.
Construction process now complete.
So I do not know how this works. Can I melee attack them? You could melee attack them at the end of the... You could melee attack them. Yeah. Death Stranding 1. That was a thing you could do in the first game. You could actually melee attack them. It's a lot easier. It's actually stupidly easy. Really easy to get rid of. Time you on. Huh? Anyway, they also, in Death Stranding 1, thing about these BTs too was, basically had to stealth section, like the first parts of it. They were basically just a pure, like, hold your breath and pass them and don't get grabbed. Check. There's literally nothing else you can do. That's just, get them all? No. I have successfully. Okay, that took less time than I thought, actually. Great, GG. 1. See, that's the thing is, like, these... I don't know. I always felt like these enemies weren't exactly, difficult, you know? Like, they're scary in the story, and boss versions you fight are kind of, like, big and impressive visually, but, like... it never really successfully, like, gave me a feeling of, like, gameplay danger. And I never thought, like, I was gonna die if I didn't play the video game. Eek.
Don't worry, you got this.
I don't know. I kind of fucking like this game. You know? And can I say? Tell me you don't like this? Bro, look at it. Fucking beautiful. Like the prettiest video game ever made.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security
Alright.
measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Probably gonna be a long cutscene, so I apologize if it's really long. Hopefully it's just like a short, 15-minute Kojima cutscene, then... end stream, GG, Yakuza on Saturday, etc, etc. But it's in Kojima's hands now. If anything happens, it's not my fault, it's Kojima.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Looks just about perfect to me. But, that's Sam the man for you. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico.
All of
onto the
Mexico?
Chiron network.
Damn, okay. I did it, guys. Mexico is saved. All it took was 3 hours. Maybe I can hike all the way south and we can save Brazil next. Brazil mentioned. Maybe instead of a VTuber, we'll have Brazilian Miku. Think about it. Think about the possibilities. Think of all the places we could walk. I love that that's one of the Brazil emotes is just Beatrice wearing Brazil colors in front of the Brazil. So good. A great emote.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So, Sam, don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCL.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember
I was
this
a Bridges
guy.
employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance, and here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started to climb, hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance.
Uh-oh.
I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down. Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment
Yeah, this is
of
a
MP bullets
very
that have
good,
anti-BT properties. This ammunition will
I
turn
think.
your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine.
Like, kind
You
of
can also
set you up with
fabricate
all the
blood grenades if
things
you wanna
that
keep
were
a
like
few on hand.
fundamental skills
Before
from
you
the
head
first
back
game.
out, review your options
And,
and requisition
you know, it's
any
been
weapons
nice
you think you
and
might
nice.
need. We've set aside a ton of extra materials just for this purpose.
I kind of wish there'd been more story so far.
Have been fluctuating wildly. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity as well. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar currents. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant BT is all but imminent. What the data doesn't tell us is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral monitoring equipment just wasn't precise enough to zero in. Now that you've connected us to the network, though, we should be able to make more accurate predictions. We seriously owe you. It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
Alright, I really wanted to finish the tutorial part today, but it is late. I don't really want to stream another hour. I don't want to, I don't want to do a 15-minute boss fight and then watch 30 minutes of cutscene. Kind of a shame that it doesn't fit in my normal stream. The stream was mostly smooth, like, had some bits where it like drops because Wi-Fi, but it's definitely not unwatchable. Yeah, that's what I strive for. I strive to be watchable.
It's been too long, Sam.
Oh, never mind, the game's giving me the
You were a
cutscene.
good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data.
I'm sure it'll be
A simple
short.
metric.
You know? Short cutscene, then boss fight, then big cutscene.
Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data.
Hey, they got
sun.
Guillermo and Nicholas Winding Refn back to do the
What I'm
mocap.
about to tell you, I learned.
I'm pretty
after I
sure
came
everyone
to
who
this
works
place.
with Kojima likes to, you know? General.
Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And
You
so
can't
we
walk
have
to
no idea
Brazil.
what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research
Hi,
studies.
Venezuela. So true.
So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data. With no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink.
Damn.
But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America. and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials.
Australia?
A kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere.
This cutscene is so
Not long
wacky.
after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the death stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition.
Yeah, they
to
never did
Australia
really
that would lay
explain
the
in
groundwork for chiral network expansion.
the first game
After they
why
had first
only
installed
America.
surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side. A necessity to this day, as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network.
I guess it's good that they're explaining
The UCA may not have
the rest of
dreamed
everything.
conquest and
The
control,
bad part is that
not
because it's
about to
Kojima,
interest
the
anyone
explanation for the
using
rest of the
gate.
world might take, you know, 20 hours
One of
to
the
explain
reasons
everything.
they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top. Whatever you need.
Cliffhanger enjoyers? What do you guys think? I think it's time for the cliffhanger. Maybe one last shower for the road, you know? With the red alert lights, it looks like he's fucking morbing. Alright, well, I mean, I think... I think this is it. I think we're cliffhangering. Now, for Death Stranding 1, I streamed an extra day of the week, but I don't think I want to do that with my schedule and everything. We'll see. I feel like the game's taking a really long time or something, then maybe I'll add some extra. Yeah. Any case, game's good. And see a VTuber, saw beautiful things, and I saw Norman Reedus naked, you know? Really, I got everything I wanted from this first session. Got a funny Kojima moment, and, you know, hopefully we'll have some more. Game is peak. I guess we'll see more of it on Tuesday. Big cliffhanger. All the streamers will probably already be done with the game because fuck streaming, you know. Like, imagine, right? Like, if you haven't finished the cool new game that just came out by the time a week after it came out, then you're just behind. We're already playing some other thing. But no. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna take my time and have a good time. Anywho, that's gonna be for me. Have a good rest of your evening. And we'll play some Yakuza on Saturday and pick this back up on